So thank you for joining us on this webinar today. My name is Dr. Leila Khatib. I'm one of the directors of the Masters of Biotechnology Program here at San Jose State, and I'm glad you're meeting with us so we can tell you a little bit about our program and the success of our students. So definitely the Master of Biotechnology is definitely the future of the Valley. We are located in the middle of the Silicon Valley and surrounded by some of the largest tech industry of the world. Biotechnology is growing. It's the application of science and technology to living organisms. It includes things like pharmaceuticals, biofuels, personalized medicine, medical innovation, diagnostics, research, testing, and basic wholesale biotechnology supplies. All of this exists in the Silicon Valley, and it's just growing tremendously here. Nationwide, California, in the United States, California is #1 in biotechnology. We have the most biotechnology companies. We have the most biotechnology jobs in various areas, including research and development, medical devices, and pharmaceuticals. People who want to get a job in biotechnology usually move to the Bay Area or move to the Silicon Valley because this is where innovation is happening. In terms of California, the Bay Area, specifically our area, has the most jobs. There are jobs throughout the entire state, but it's very much concentrated in the Bay Area because of the tech industry. Biotechnology is moving into here because they're using it as a platform to expand their technologies, their personalized medicine, and they're using the tech industry, the servers, the data analysis, the chip development for applications in biotechnology. In terms of wages, again, the Bay Area leads in terms of how much you get paid. Now, you will not get $164,000 when you start your job here. However, people here do have higher wages than the rest of the state. Santa Barbara and Ventura County has quite high jobs. However, it's primarily because there's only one big company down there, which is Amgen. So in terms of diversity in companies and number of companies, the Bay Area is still the leader in the state of California, if you're interested in going into biotechnology. Our program is the Masters of Biotechnology. We are a hands-on science and business program. So the first year you're taught biotechnology science, and the second year you can focus in on business classes. So these are people that want to go into the biotechnology industry, they want to go into business, they want to go into how to run the company. They want to develop themselves, not only just start out on the bench in research, but then become leaders within their own organization that they're working. The advantage that biotechnology at San Jose State has is that we have the largest concentration of biotechnology jobs in the world. And as a matter of fact, over 90% of our students have jobs at graduation, just because we have so many opportunities here. We are uniquely positioned in the middle of the Silicon Valley, so we have a lot of venture capital funds. There's a lot of capital in the area. There's a lot of jobs, and there's a lot of interaction with the tech industry because it's located here as well. We do have strong industry relations. We build our network with the industry so that we can reach out to them for not only for advising, but also for opportunities for our students. And biotechnology in this area is continuing to grow. It's expected in 10 years that biotechnology will be bigger than the tech industry in the Silicon Valley, and that's from the state of California stating that. In terms of our program, we have it's a cohort-based program, so you come in the fall and you move through with your class. The classes that we offered is the 202 series, so biotechnology products, drug development, and in the second year, we have biotech company management and finance, and how to fundraise. So this particular seminar series is taught primarily by industry, the various aspects, or people with a biotech background. So our business aspects are not based on, can you build a cell phone? It's based on, can you build a medical device? Can you build a biotech product? And so we focus our classes on those types of requirements that are needed to get treatments out into the marketplace. One of the things that we do uniquely is that we have a lot of our instructors are from industry. So Agilent developed our marketing program, so how to teach marketing to students. Genentech comes in and teaches our manufacturing. Abbott helped develop our drug development process class. Cepheid is going to help with our regulatory affairs. Johnson & Johnson came in and helped with our finance, teaching our finance. So we have a lot of industry experience that are teaching these classes, and it's very applied knowledge so that you can go out and utilize it once you enter the job market. In terms of science, you will be required to take an advanced bioinformatics class as well, which is taught by the computer science department. And I teach the advanced molecular techniques where we teach next-gen sequencing, CRISPR, qPCR, cloning, a variety of molecular techniques. So if you're interested in going into a research position, those are the skill sets that you can use to start out. In your second year, you'll get to take a science or business elective. We partner with the College of Business, and you're allowed to take the MBA for Professionals classes. So you'll be sitting there with the students in the MBA classes that are offered through the College of Business. Also in the second year, you'll be taking Biotech Company Management and the fundraising course, which is actually taught by a former CEO of a pharmaceutical company on how to manage your company, how do you develop a pitch, how do you take your idea and actually sell it to industry. So one of the things that's unique about our particular program is that we don't do a traditional thesis. What we ask our students to do is come up with a biotech startup idea and write the business plan for it. So your culminating experience is an integration of the science and the business aspects of this particular program. In terms of our biotechnology seminars, we teach drug development, we teach research and development, clinical development, regulatory affairs, intellectual properties, manufacturing, business development, quality control, marketing, and market analysis. One of the things about our program is that we do a lot of professional development. So you can interact with industry, you can learn from industry professionals what kinds of jobs are even out there. Most scientists are unaware of what the classifications are or what kinds of jobs are available in the biotech industry. Not only do we teach you how to do that process, we teach you what the process is so that if it's something of interest to you, you can pursue it and what the skill sets are necessary to pursue those particular types of careers. So this is a picture of Dr. Mark Schwartz. He's our former CEO, and he teaches. He's one of our favorite faculty on campus. People love his class and they get a lot out of it. They say that's one of the best classes they've ever had. So in terms of science electives, we have a variety of science electives: advanced molecular techniques, pharmacology, regulatory affairs, and now we're teaching also Python for biologists, which is a new class. So a lot of biologists now want to learn a little bit about computer programming, and we have our former computer science chair who's actually teaching our students. And I've actually taken that course actually as well, and it's a great course. So our MBA professional or business electives include project management, marketing management, operations, accounting, finance, and there's many, many more programs that the MBA for Professionals offer on our campus. So this way you can focus yourself a little bit in the more of the business, or you can focus yourself in the science area, whichever elective you find fits better with your career goals. The picture here is of the Silicon Valley Innovation Challenge. This is the startup idea that all our students are required to submit. And actually Amanda and Safwan here, their group won social innovation at this particular challenge that year, because they came up with an idea of how to detect arsenic in water in third world countries. And that helps people reduce cancer rates because exposure to arsenic actually increases the cancer rates of the third world countries. Okay, also in terms of our Silicon Valley Innovation Challenge, we want to develop into entrepreneurship. One of the things our program does is that we want to ensure that we have not only good scientists, but we want to develop their commercial creativity and entrepreneurship skills, coming up with ideas, helping their company progress in a more new or novel way. So leadership, teamwork, conflict resolution, communication, strategic thinking, and entrepreneurship skills are all integrated within the curriculum of our program. And I'd like to just say that this year we actually had a great success at the Silicon Valley Innovation Challenge, which is actually run by the College of Business, but it's an international competition from universities throughout the world on different biotech ideas, or just not even biotech, just ideas, any kind of startup idea throughout the entire world. And we had 2 teams, won 1st and 3rd place overall this year. So on the top, Vivi and Grace, they had Origene. And what they came up with was an AI technology which uses 21 genes for major depressive disorder. And they optimized the treatment options for the therapy and drugs that were needed based on the gene sequences that people had. So they won the Silicon Valley Innovation Challenge this year. And down at the bottom, Anjali Kushali, Apurva and Janvi, they won 3rd place in the Silicon and the Innovation Challenge. And what they came up with is a device that you carry around. And at a restaurant, you can put this into the food to see if it's cross-contaminated with one of the 8 major allergens. So you can detect the allergens if there's cross-contamination in your restaurant food. Colin and Arisa also had a great showing at the Silicon Valley Innovation Challenge, and they did a lot of technology in terms of biorepository work. And both of them are currently working at notable labs. So our alumni have found great success with this particular program. Many of our students within 5 years of graduation are promoted to senior level within their companies. So Vinayak started out in a very small company, and about 3 years after graduation, he became a senior predictive analyst at Genentech. Beverly was interested in getting off the bench and becoming a project manager, and she became a senior project manager at Gilead. Leah is at McKinsey. Jessica is now senior medical operations manager at BioOncology. And Jake is head of sales at Entomage. And Tavneet wanted to get away from the particular company she was at. Well, not get away, but she wanted to make a change in what she was doing. And she went to Twist Bioscience. So all of our students have found ways to kind of go and direct and promote themselves and go up within companies. We also have MBT and skill alumni. So Meghna, Richa, Kritika, many of them go into stem cell, and they tend to be more focused on the types, more focused on their the research side. So we have a lot of students that go into the research side, and we do also have a lot of students that go into the business side as well. In terms of the value you receive from MBT, a lot of our students either can transition into biotech, they gain promotions, they establish themselves, they develop a network, and they develop their careers. So you see a lot of advancement from our students within this particular program, because not only are we training you in the biotech science and business, we're also training you in professional development. So just so you have an awareness of how to become part of this great program, our deadline is April 1st this year. Students will have to go to Cal State Apply and submit an application. You have to submit official transcripts. If you're an international student, it must be a WES evaluation of those transcripts, because they have to evaluate whether it's a 4-year degree equivalent to the US. The other thing is you need a GRE, a statement of purpose, a resume, and 2 letters of recommendation. International students will also need a TOEFL score, financial declaration, and a passport copy sent to the university. If you ever have any questions about the application process, please feel free to email me. I'm here to help you through the process, because sometimes the process may not be as transparent or clear to some people. So I'm here to answer any questions for you. In terms of biotechnology, if you want to follow us, we're at SJSU at Biotechnology on Facebook. We have a LinkedIn page, or you can visit our website and it'll tell you all about the different types of classes we're there, our advisory board, the students that have seen success. You can either reach myself or the director, Sabina Reck, and by our emails if you have any questions about the program or the application process. And here are successful graduates, and they're happy and ready to work because all of them have jobs at graduation. So thank you so much for joining me for this webinar. And if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.